The dialogue continues. The battlefield is still tense, but Arjuna's mind has shifted. He is no longer trembling as in the first chapter, nor overwhelmed with despair. Now he asks with a seeker's heart, with the curiosity of a student who is thirsty for truth. Arjuna leans into Krishna's wisdom with questions that live not only in his heart, but in ours as well. Questions about life, death, the soul, and the eternal. Questions that touch every human being who has ever wondered, what happens when we die? What is the nature of God? How do we remember the divine at the last moment? What is the ultimate destination of the soul? This is Chapter 8, Akshara Brahma Yoga, the yoga of the Imperishable Absolute. Arjuna asks 7 deep questions. What is Brahman? What is the self? What is karma? What is the material manifestation? Who are the gods? Who is the Lord of sacrifice? And how does the yogi know you at the time of death? These are not small questions. They are the heart of philosophy, the very core of spiritual inquiry. Krishna answers with patience and clarity. He says, Brahman is the imperishable, the eternal reality beyond time. The self is the individual spirit, the soul that animates the body. Karma is the action that shapes destiny, the seed of cause and effect. The material manifestation is the perishable world, born and dissolved in cycles. The gods are the cosmic forces that govern creation. The Lord of sacrifice is Krishna himself, dwelling in every heart, receiving every offering, sustaining every act of devotion. Akshara Brahma Paramam Svabhavodhyatmam Uchyate Bhutabhavodbhava Karo Visarga Karma Samjanita. The imperishable is Brahman. The eternal spiritual nature is the self, and action that brings beings into existence is called karma. Krishna is weaving a map of existence. Everything has its place. Brahman as the eternal background, the self as the spark, karma as the law of movement, the gods as energies, and Krishna as the heart of it all. Then he comes to the question of death. Arjuna asks, how can one remember you at the last moment of life? How can one unite with you when everything is slipping away? Krishna answers with one of the most profound truths of the Gita. Antakale chamam eva smaran muktva kalevaram yaprayati samadbhavam yatinasti atra samshaya. Whoever at the end of life quits the body remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. This is the power of remembrance. Whatever thought dominates your mind at the time of death will shape your next journey. If the mind is full of desire, you are pulled back into the world of desire. If the mind is full of fear, you move into realms of fear. But if the mind is anchored in Krishna, if the heart beats with the name of the divine, then the soul rises beyond cycles of birth and death into eternal union. This teaching is not just about the last moment. It is about every moment, because the last thought of life is nothing but the echo of a lifetime of thoughts. If your life has been filled with God remembrance, the last moment will naturally be filled with God remembrance. Krishna says, Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajati antekalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavita. Whatever one remembers at the time of death, leaving the body, that state one attains, being always absorbed in such contemplation. This is why mindfulness matters. This is why meditation matters. This is why devotion matters, because what you practice in life is what you become in death, and what you become in death is what you carry into eternity. Krishna then gives the path. Fix your mind on me. Make me your highest goal. Think of me, meditate on me, surrender to me, and without doubt you will come to me. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yudyaka mai arpita mano buddhir mam evaishyasi asamshaya. Therefore, at all times remember me and also fight. With your mind and intellect surrendered to me, you will come to me without doubt. Notice the balance. Krishna does not say abandon your duties. He says, remember me and fight. Remember me and live your life. Spirituality is not escape, it is integration. To be in the world with your hands and in God with your heart. Then Krishna describes the supreme destination, those who know him as the Supreme Lord, who meditate upon him with unwavering mind, who unite with him in devotion. They enter into him beyond return. They go to the imperishable. But those who worship other deities, who perform rituals desiring temporary results, who seek heaven, do indeed reach heaven, but they return again when their merit is exhausted. The cycle continues. Only those who surrender to Krishna attain liberation. Abrahma bhuvana loka punar avartino, Arjuna mam upetya tu kaunteya punar janmana vidyate. From the highest planet down to the lowest, all are places of repeated birth and death. But one who comes to me, O Arjuna, never takes birth again. This is the difference between the temporary and the eternal. The worlds of pleasure, even the highest heavens, are temporary. Liberation in Krishna is eternal. Now, Krishna reveals the cosmic cycles of creation and dissolution. 1,000 ages form one day of Brahma, and 1,000 ages form his night. During the day, beings are manifested. During the night, they are dissolved back into unmanifest nature. Again and again, this cycle repeats. But beyond this cycle is the imperishable. Beyond creation and dissolution is the eternal reality that does not come or go. That imperishable is Krishna himself. Avyaktad vyaktaya sarva prabhavanti aharagame ratriagame pralyante tatraiva vyakta samjnake. At the beginning of the day, all living beings become manifest from the unmanifest, and at night they merge into the unmanifest again. Parastasmat tu bhavonyo vyakto vyaktat sanatana yasa sarveshu bhuteshu nashyatsu na vinashyati. Yet there is another unmanifest reality, eternal, which is not destroyed when all beings are destroyed. This is the eternal refuge, the imperishable absolute. Those who reach it never return. Krishna explains how to reach it. He describes the yogi who departs from the body in meditation, focusing the life air between the eyebrows, chanting Om, fixing the mind in devotion, leaving the body remembering him. That yogi attains the supreme goal. Om iti ekaksharam brahma vyaharan mam anusmaran ya prayati tyajan deham sayati paramam gatim. Uttering the one syllable Om, remembering me and leaving the body, one attains the supreme destination. But Krishna also clarifies, this is not only about the moment of death, this is about the whole of life. He says the yogi, who constantly remembers him, who practices devotion, who lives with the heart fixed on him, that yogi is never lost. Ananya cheta satatam yomam smarati nityasha tasyaham sulabha partha nitya yuktasya yogina. For one who remembers me constantly without deviation, I am easy to attain, O Arjuna, because of their constant devotion. This is the gift of devotion. God is not hard to reach. The infinite becomes intimate for the one who remembers with love. The chapter then turns to the great distinction between the path of light and the path of darkness, the path of no return and the path of return. The yogi who leaves the body during the bright half of the lunar month in the light of knowledge goes to the eternal. The one who departs in ignorance returns. These are the eternal paths. But Krishna ends with assurance. He says, the yogi who knows these truths is never bewildered. Therefore, be steadfast. Be devoted. Remember me at all times. Vedeshu yajneshu tapasu chaiva daneshu yat punyaphalam pradishtam atiyeti tat sarvam idam viditva yogi param sthanam upaiti chadyam. Whatever merit is declared in the Vedas, sacrifices, austerities and charities, all that is surpassed by the yogi who knows this truth. And such a yogi attains the supreme original abode. This is Krishna's final word in chapter 8. All rituals, all good works, all sacrifices give temporary fruit. But the yogi who knows Krishna, who surrenders to him, who lives in remembrance, surpasses all and attains the eternal. Closing reflection. Chapter 8 is about the imperishable. It is about the eternal beyond the temporary. It is about living in such a way that when the last moment comes, you are not afraid, you are not lost, you are not pulled down, you are lifted into light. It tells us life is practice for death. What you think at the last moment is what you have practiced in every moment. So practice God, remembrance now. See Krishna in water, in sun, in moon, in breath. Surrender actions to him. Anchor your mind in him. Chant his name. Think of his form. Offer your love. Then when the final breath comes, it will not be strange. It will be natural. The lips will whisper his name. The heart will remember his presence, and the soul will rise beyond all return. This is the promise of the Gita. This is the yoga of the imperishable absolute. This is not the path of fear. It is the path of freedom. Remember him always. Live with him now. And when the end comes, you will not end. You will unite. Hare Krishna. Om Tat Sat. Om.